Hi everybody, Shane Carlisle, Brother Night Trade House on the 8th of the 1st, 2023 at 9 o'clock. Just thought I'd do a quick video. I think Sam's going to be jumping on at some point, but I just thought I'd put a little video together of what we're having a look at this week. So we'll just jump through, and then I think Sam will be jumping in at some point. Okay, so looking at the US Chief. Okay, so we get up into the daily. As you can see, we're just sort of coming into this equal high, equal low area. So you've got all this liquidity built up under here. Stop losses. This is where your market actually broke. Here, downtrend, market broke, clearly. That swept all this IPA back, came back, released its orders, took off. Took all the equal highs out, couldn't break. But that's a clear indication to me that the market wants to try and change bullish because it's completely knocked the algorithms out. It's took all the stops out. It's clearing a path as such. So they've broke out, they've came back, released all their orders from this price zone. And they're just sort of keeping everybody interested. Don't forget this is the daily, so they've consolidated there for nearly a year. They've been consolidating for just short of a year there. So, but market overall now, you've got a breakout at the top. Couldn't break the extreme high. Low, high, low. You know, it's clear downtrend, but we're still downtrending because it's not broke the high. So internally they were bullish, but externally they're actually bearish. So we are still in sell mode. So a little stop run at the top. We are clearly looking for sells as the US dollar is sinking like shit. So nice clear bank manipulation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 day stretch there from 4th of November till the 10th. But that'd be a lovely area just to have a look into. If we put a line, drop down a couple of time frames. Okay, so we see how the daily lines up with a 4-hourly. The last up buying power that caused the sell-off. It sounds a bit bonkers, but it's the orders that are placed within this price that causes that action. So the action causes the reaction. So if you just keep dropping down your time frames where your daily candle is, zoom in here, you can sort of refine it a little bit. Obviously looking for your confirmations. The last buying power before the sell-off. So to me, that's the last buying power before the sell-off. So I bring my arrow. That red one, I'd class that as well because it's in between the buying power. So there's more buying power there. than selling. So I've refined it down in the 1 hour. I've dropped down again to 15, and this is just for an area if it's a hit, and then I'd be looking for confirmations once it's tapped in the area. I've got enough candles, or won't it let me? Yeah, I can get that. I can. And then just keep having a look. The last. That's pretty cool where we are. You could probably refine it by a couple of pips, but I like that wick that it's sat on. So, what have we got here? Last buy. Oh, the seller. That's stopped out. Am I enough? Am I here? So I'd use the rate, the price, the range of the whole price. Buying the last buying power before the seller. So rather than just picking a candle as a banker's candle as such, I'm using price range. So what happened here? Clearly in sell momentum, created equal, and it's created a lower. So I should be looking for a lower. And then we consolidated down. That's where we are at the moment. So the area I'm looking at is up here. The area I'm looking at's up here in the extreme. And then what I'd look at doing, the leg that broke it, that didn't come back to mitigate itself, is there. Because that's all I'm after. I only want the leg of price that didn't get mitigated itself. So the leg that caused it is this, from the high to the leg that caused the break. That falls within 75% of that leg of price. So I won't be looking for a sell-off until this point. Okay, so where's price at the moment? I just see this as a trap that's caused by a massive manipulation move. There's no real structure within it. This was the last structure that I really saw. Yeah, so that'll be where I'm looking there. And as you can see, they're gradually buying at the moment, breaking the structure, breaking the structure. So you could possibly see over in the next couple of days, it's just going to carry on breaking these highs and coming back. And you might see an impulse move like this, but each set of these bars is a day. So you're looking from there to now, it's like nearly 60 odd days since that breakout, you know. So we're looking internally with inside that. There, you're bearish because you're creating high, low, high, low, high, low, high, low, high, low. And now you've created a higher, same low, a higher, a higher, a higher. Okay. Everything. We've just had two big clean outs over the past 4 days. Got your liquidity leg, liquidity, equal highs, equal highs. The pullback to take them equal highs. Then they changed direction completely. You know, they changed the market there by nearly 150 points in 5 hours. You know, that's just over the London session that happened. And the same again just over the New York session. Gradually came down through the Asian, London, stable, liquidity, took back the stop, took back the equals, took back the equals. You know, it's all a planned move, guys. Everything's planned. So we're in the hour. Let's get down to 15. Let's have a look. So we're bullish internally. Oh, you've seen all these strong moves down. Yeah. I get that. But that's what the banks want you to think. So lovely signature pattern there. Just into consolidation though. Breakout, stop, run, cleared everybody, took off. Okay, that's just broke. Just took the highs. I actually took, I think I got that low. I think I took that trade Friday, I think. I think I did, I can't remember. Anyway, so yeah, through the Asian, just letting people create noise. Stop losses. London took the highs. New York took the lows. And we got open in about an hour, maybe an hour and a half. Possibly see it open on to this break. You know, I'll definitely be looking in the extreme, but dropping the leg that broke the structure is that. Okay, so it could be anywhere within this range where it is now. Because that to there was the leg that broke. There's no red there, is it? Yeah, because there is the leg. So they came back into the discounted zone through the Asia, back into the discounted zone. Cleared everybody out, mitigated, created liquidity, took the highs, took the lows, the ones that are climbing, mitigated, took the lows, took off. Just took the highs, liquidity through London to take the highs, took the lows within New York. Right in the extreme. They'll know, the smart monies will know that you sat there. The algorithms will know. I do like the look of this area. Last down before the up, it changed the actual direction. So for me, it'd be that price leg. Let's get rid of that. Just put a new one up. And then I'd bring that down to possibly, I don't know, between the 50 and the 75. So 60 something. Just gives me a bit of a tighter entry. Still going to be quite a large 25, but to me, that's too close and behind too many equal lows. You've got a leg sat behind this price block here. So to me, that rings more than anything. So that was the point that the market actually changed direction. And it went sideways and then broke completely. So as that's come down, you're bullish. You're bullish. Bitcoin were good today. Okay, so start here. This has been 11% out of Bitcoin today. So we've seen the liquidity to a new high. We had this, they call them M's and W's, but it's just mitigations and imbalance takebacks and bang, bang, bang. So they're sitting tidy within that little block there, and then they pushed away, which has given me a high. So then I can find out where the discounted price is and trade within that discounted price. That's the only place I trade. Once I've had a break, I get my discounted price from that one break, and then I look for an area of entry. Okay, so you get your box. I mean, you can look for the whole price zone, but I'd only be looking from the 75 to the 100 because I know they only trade within the 75% mark. Okay, so that happened. We've got the high. I'd have actually put this on my Facebook for it to play out. Okay, I've got equal highs. Actually took us 1 to 6 out of it, so it must have been. I must have picked that candle. Equal highs give me a 1 to 6 anyway, but it did actually carry on to go for a 14. Couldn't clear the highs. Came down. Tabbed everyone out who were following. Came up, back down. Tabbed everyone out. A little bit bullish, bit bullish going on. Higher, lower. We had this sweep with this candle here, which then give you that last down before the up. which then they bounced to previous highs, which would have been there. Bounced to previous highs to 4.5, just from showing that they've swept the top. Yeah, you've gone up, higher, higher low, higher high, down, sideways, higher high, lost down before the up, take off. So yeah, there was a good, what was that? 14, 18% to come out of Bitcoin today. And seven hours. Not too bad, I suppose. Not too bad. Fibonacci tool. I know my friend Nick was asking about the Fibonacci. Never quite understood it. But it's basically when you have a leg of manipulation. Okay, say, put in, probably better off coming up a couple of time frames. See the manipulation a bit better. Okay, so 3 candles before the red. So that is a leg of manipulation. So you get the low of that manipulation and you get the high of that manipulation. And then what I've done, just to simplify it, I've changed.
Hi, mate.
Hi, mate. How's it going?
Not bad, Dan. Not too bad. How are you?
Yeah, good, good. We are recording, just to let you know.
Yeah, no worries.
How's it going? Notice you've
Yeah,
been
not too bad. Not too
cracking a
bad.
couple of the little ones in, mate.
Yeah, been trying my best.
Yes, mate.
It's been pretty good last week, actually.
You can go on, mate. Just explaining the fib. the so
Oh,
basically
yeah.
the because I know Nick was struggling because he's never really understood it. So the best way I can explain it is click it up. It's on your favorites. I think it will be anyway from the setup. But when I click into settings, change that to percent, and then the settings, you just want to know 75%, 50%, and 100%. And then there'll be the settings 75, 5, 1. Then that change that to percent. And then that then is set to tell me. I know the banks like to trade at like a 75% discount of what they bought at. So when I'm setting the fib, say they're going to buy, let me just get rid of that. I'll put it on. So I'll pick my fib and the leg of manipulation that caused the break, you just click in the bottom of that price to the top of that leg. You've got a red, you just want the greens that caused it. Okay, which then gives you the 50% of that move, the 75% of that move, and the 100% of that move. Okay, so then what you do, you draw a box from your 75 to the 100. And like a magnet, you know, and this is why push-offs like this are so powerful, because we know that they've put a lot of money in there. And then again here. So if you'd have seen that on 3rd of January through London, they came back on the 4th of January in London, dossed about in New York, came back through the Asian, came back to that price again in London, and then took off in New York. So it's about the range of where they like to take their money. You know, they'd rather, once they've put all that money into the market, you know, there's the sell orders that they've placed are going to be in massive drawdown, because they have to place all them buy orders are placed within this structure here, because it's the last down before the up move. So all them orders there that they've put in to cause that ripple are now heavily in drawdown. So they've got to come back at least to that candle wick there. I'd even say that one, because that was really the last down before the up. Or there. Let's go from there and see what happens. So your last down, and the range of that, where all the reds were the same, is there. Now look, you're at like 90% price there. Let me bring that. You're about 80 something price, 80% discount. But this is how clever they are, because they didn't just quite make it there. So everyone would have been sat here, smart money wise, you know, liquidity, take back, bank push, engulfing. You know, there's so many things that say sit there, but they know that. So they didn't quite come back. Pushed off. Didn't quite come back. And that's why if you take the 75%, you know, 75% of that move, you'd have got it in with 2 wicks there, a wick there. There's literally zero drawdown on that up there. Yes, it's a mad stop. But who cares when you're taking profits out? You know, yes, it came back, retested the zone, but then ultimately took off. You know, if you can leave trades like this on, willingly knowing the market's going to reject to its previous high, you know, it's 2.7 on a large account, that's plenty. And that's just from London to New York. Did actually go for top 4%. If you were to do smart money stop loss under the wick, you know, you'd have took 7%. It's however you look at the trade and however you execute the trade. We find the areas of the manipulation, and this is what the human interaction, you know, the human interaction here is how safe you want to be. If you want to cover the whole leg of liquidity that's had a stop run there, you see how they've come up, pushed down. So they've stop hunt. They took the lows. So this is now your new low. You've had a big push up again with a candle next to it, and then you've caused liquidity. The liquidity has been taken back it's took the lows, but it's not broke anything. So you're still within this low and this high. This low because it's not broke anything. So you're still within a price range. Then it's broke up to clear these highs, come down, took these lows, create liquidity, and then London's just gone, see ya. You know, from the beginning of London to mid drift, you're 150 points within 4.5 hours. You know, could we have seen it coming? Possibly. Because we had the high sweep, we had the low sweep from the area, from the 75% area of that move, last up move, you know, you got the down move, then the up that broke it. So we fib on the up that broke it, give me 75%. It came back, never came back again, took off. You know, so you'd have caught, you've had the sideways, the breakdown, break up, left the bank behind. You know, so if you were sat in there, covering your bottom just from the low, look for your equal highs, which are there. You know, that one comfortably give you 5%. And then again, it's how do you, if you went smart money entry, you'd have lost because they'd have wicked you out. You know, if you're covering just the wick of your entry, but do you cover the 100% mark? It's 5%, however you look at it. Yes, 22 point on back end, but gives it room to clear the orders out that are built up in here. It only came back once, but sometimes it might go away and then have another stab at it and take a few more out. That's what happened today. Let me come over here.
So just a quick question then.
Yeah, mate.
Would you use like a different lot size then if you've got obviously a bigger stop loss, so you just still risking 1%?
Yeah, mate. I'd always do my stop loss calculator based on my stop loss at the back end always.
Yeah, nice one. Thought so.
It just means you're becoming at one with your risk management. You know, if it becomes a process that you literally do every time, it becomes habitual, and you just know you know your risk every time, so that you're never going to have that emotional touch where you're like, oh, did I push that button right? Am I going to lose X amount? Am I going to lose X amount? No, I'm going to lose this because I've risked this. You know, and then that just sort of sets your mind at ease. Yes, it could lose, but you know how much it's going to lose. If that makes sense.
Yeah, definitely something I learned the hard way.
Yeah, we all do,
sticking
mate.
to a lot more.
But at the end of the day, they're the lessons that make you not do it again. So there were some good opportunities last week coming out of the US Chief. But this is key. This, and from what I've learned over the past couple of past week, 2 weeks, rather than using as such the banker's candle, I'm using the range of price. So I'm looking here where it's trending down and then it's broke to the high. I'm just taking my fib reading on the leg that broke it, but I'd class that as where they placed the orders to create this move. So this box originally would be that big until I got my high, and then I could put my fib on which then would refine it down to the 75% mark, because I know they only like to trade within the 75% mark. But all the buy orders that are placed in there to create this are now rippling out. We came back, released the 70, started buying again at the 75% mark. Came across, just let everyone, this is middle at night, this for us. This is 3 o'clock in the morning. London, they had another stab at the price range. You know, load 75%. Why not? Let's buy it 75%. Then they created another bit of retail noise, came back, took everybody out. All right, Nick.
Hello, mate. I've just noticed your link in the thing and that, and you know, because I'm using a spare phone, I've just had to update link my Zoom up again. So
Yeah,
yeah,
mate.
I just thought
How's things?
yeah, not so bad considering.
Yeah,
I know,
considering
like,
the 2 weeks of hell.
yeah, exactly, mate. I mean, I
It
know
is
you
on
said
record, mate, just to let you know.
Yeah, fine. Yeah, it's cool. No, it's just that I know you said you was gonna do a Zoom earlier, but I didn't think it was happening again tonight. But like I say, I just
No, it's
saw
all
the
right.
link and
Sam
the
sent a
steps to
message.
connect up. But hopefully, yeah, hopefully tomorrow it'll be, you know, I'm okay with my laptop, but I should be getting a new phone tomorrow. So
Oh, happy days.
yeah, small steps, mate. Small steps forward.
Exactly, mate. Well, after steps backwards you've had recently, a couple of steps forward would be nice, mate.
Exactly. And you know, I plan on starting my live tomorrow also, but I've got a few things to do in the morning and that. So yeah, there's no rush, as you know.
No, God no. Some good opportunity. I've had a couple of good opportunities out of Bitcoin today.
Yeah.
And I've just been explaining to Sam about the fib, because I know you've touched on it a little bit, but it's something you're not too sure about, isn't it?
Still haven't really got much of a clue about it. I've never really used it, to be honest. I've gone by my own intuition, like, you know, regarding price action, etc.
Yeah, and absolutely smashed it.
Yeah, amazingly, I have done,
Yeah,
without sounding too modest, I mean, I have done well, yeah.
yeah, mate. Of course you have.
Well,
Praise yourself.
you know, I've still had my ups and downs and had those major losses, but they've been at critical times
when
we knew the market was going to be crap anyway. I mean, like, and I was on demo for that purpose. But even though it was demo, because I'm a bit of a perfectionist, as you probably know, I still went a little bit crazy. But
Yeah. That's what we're here for, though, mate.
That's what demos are for as well. Yeah.
Exactly. Well, yeah, basically the fib, mate, it's such a simple tool, because basically what it tells you, I know this here, the leg that broke the structure. See how many structures there, and that green leg broke it. So what I'd do, I'd put my fib, I'd get it on from the low to the high of that price that broke it, and then I'd go into my settings, and then rather than having all these numbers that mean something but take ages to understand, I want to know the percents. You've got values or percents. I want the percents, and I want to know the 50%, and I want to know the 75%. That's all I want to know of that move. So now on my fib, I know the banks have caused this, and I know they want to come back to at least 75% of their move to buy at a discount to go again. which happened pretty much straight away. They came back to 75% and they took off again. They came back at London to the 75% of that move and then took off for a massive push. You know, they never came back from London, and then London the day after. This is the one that you took, I think. This is the one you was in.
Yeah, I'm just looking on my phone at the moment. Yeah, I'm just saying, I'm just looking on my spare phone at the moment, so it's a little bit small. I might just switch to quickly. So
yeah, mate, it's all been recorded anyway, so you can always play back and stuff. But yeah, that is pretty much all it is, mate. It's telling me where the banks are going to trade next at, because I know they're not going to trade. Why would they want to buy at 25% when they know they could buy at 75%? And vice versa. Why would they sell at 25% when they know they can move the market to 75% sell? So all these people.
I mean, obviously, I know.
Go on.
Yeah, I was just saying, I know the fib's a good little tool, but I've just never really got into it. Well, I mean, I have tried in the past, and I have looked at it in the past, even when I was in the Ninjas and even when I was under Jeff. And as many times as I asked to be shown it and all that, nobody ever really bothered. So I just kind of give up on it.
Yeah, really. It's a really good confirmation. Once you've had, let me get rid of some of this noise that's on screen. So once you've had your
I think you were saying as well before, Shane. I think you were saying as well it helps you refine your entries a little bit more.
Yeah, massively.
What were you saying?
Yeah, mate. Check you out.
I mean, it's knowing, it's learning to understand as well what
where to put it, and that's the main one, because
it's learning to understand it. What bit?
Yeah, massively. How I use it, I just put it on the manipulation that caused the breaker structure. So that'd be there. That top bright green candle, because you've got sellers in the action there. So that'd be my top. I'd just pull it out of it so you can see it. And that'd be my 75% of that move. So I'd pull that to there, cover my bottom, came back, tried again at the 75%, tried again, then took off. You know, that move there, you'd have covered the bottom, took off to previous highs. Previous highs give you 3.4 with a 28 points on the back end. But it's giving you that bit of playroom within the move for them to collect orders and then take off again. Rather than just picking that one candle thinking, please, 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 let me tag in and turn around, please. We're having a little bit of play space for it to go, all right, yeah, let's get some orders, let's pick up some momentum, and then let's go. So we had that with a Bitcoin today. There was a couple of good ones. Let's. Here we go. 5 minute.
Recording.
What the bloody hell was that? Oh, hang on. How do I...
Yeah, it's a Bitcoin
Okay.
today. Are you there?
Yeah, can you hear me okay now?
I can, mate. Yeah.
Yeah, it's all right. It's because I thought I logged out of my phone, but it was still logged in. So I had to
Quality.
leave the meeting off my phone. Yeah.
Bitcoin today, threw out a couple of good ones. We had the breakdown, so a lot of people would have been looked to selling off after this sell off here, but then they turned. Let's have a look. Is there a session? No, we're not. Midnight. No, and then they turned, created a liquidity to break, take the highs. So everybody that was looking to sell off with this has just been taken out, and they've come back down. Took all the people who were trailing up with the buys, took all them out, mitigated off the 75% liquidity, and then they had another stab at it at the 75. Let's get rid of this so you can see. They had another stab at the 75%. This leg here, the last down leg, so it'd be that red there to the bottom, was where they placed these orders to create this move. So we were I was actually sat here watching this afternoon. It got me in there, and then I had a bit of an arse twitching moment when that dropped. But we cover the bottom, and this went for TP would have been there for 5%, but it actually went to take out the highs, and it went for 12%, that one. But then again, it's took out the highs through liquidity, and then it took out the highs. So we'd be looking as it's come down, sweep the lows. So it's took everybody out up there, it's took everybody out down here. Then it created a higher. Then it didn't create a lower, so we're still in buy mode. And then you've got the last down before the up that broke everything. So that's my order block candle. So we'd be sat up on that. It came back, tagged in to the candle at the, let me get my fib. Fib would have been there for the 75. You could refine it again down to your 75, came back, tagged it lovely. Previous highs there for your take profit. You'd have got 6% out of that, but it did go for 15. So this 75% is powerful.
Yeah. Could you? I know I don't want to be a nuisance.
No, go on.
Could you just quickly? I mean, just give us a quick rerun, like from the beginning, like from first looking at this chart as it is now, without the fibs on it, and then going into the fib and then placing it, like you said, where between the low and the high, and so I know, because I forget what line it is you actually drag it up from. I can't remember if it was the middle line or if it's the top line on the fibs.
So basically, you know what I mean? What I
and
do,
then you set, and then there was those settings, those two settings again, wasn't it?
Yeah. What I do, I'd wait for my high. If I'm in buy mode, which we are, I can't. If we pull it straight out, to me, market's buying. You've had buy. You're stepping up. You will see a pullback, but ultimately we're buying at the moment. So,
sorry, how did you just stretch that out? Like, I know it sounds silly, but I mean, because normally I just use the plus and minus when I expand.
Have you got a scroller on your mouse?
No, because where I've been using my laptop, it's just a flat mouse. Right, so
you can grab these.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I know that. Yeah.
But yeah. I've got a scroller on my mouse.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's why I can't do it with mine. I haven't got a scroller as such.
Ah, there you go.
so I have to expand it or go into higher time frames. But what I was doing, the only other way that I have been seeing the trends is like on the MT4 and minimizing it right down
Yeah.
on different time frames. So then you can see the trend and how it's going on different time frames
That's
as
it.
well.
Multi-time frame it.
Just
Nice.
to try and help you out, Nick, there. Have you tried getting 2 fingers on your pad and dragging them together like that? That's how you. That's
do you
how
know,
you
I
zoom
was just
in
about
and
to
out
do
on a
it then,
laptop.
but obviously I'm not on my.
In and out on a laptop pad is using multiple fingers to.
Oh, amazing.
Oh, right, okay. I'll try it. I mean, I think I may have done it before or accidentally done it and expanded my screen. And
if you do that and at the same time hold the control key, you can do like what Shane does and focus in on an area.
Like this.
yeah.
Some mad fingers though. You need some.
Mad finger skills.
Yeah.
But yeah, with a fib, mate, you're basically looking for the last low and the last high that was created.
Yeah.
So all that in the middle there is just part of that leg.
Yeah, I understand.
So you click once on the bottom, click once on the top, and then if you double click on it, and then you just want 0.5, 0.75, and 1.
Let me just. I'm just gonna. Oh,
Yeah,
sorry,
yeah,
I'm just
no
gonna
worries,
take a
mate.
picture. I'm just gonna take a picture of that. Hang on
Yeah, no worries.
a second, mate. I've been, like I say, I've been through all this in the past.
Yeah, but it just
seems like it makes me feel like kind of like back to school. You know what I mean?
Well, that's what you want to be feeling. You want to feel that feeling every day, mate.
Yeah.
Got
back
it.
in the donut. It feels like back in the donut club in some sense.
And then change that one to percents.
Oh, right. Okay. Yep. Sorry. Pardon me. Percents. Yeah. Right. Okay.
And then you're waiting for your break, and then you'll probably have a sweep after the break. Your breaker structures come with that wick. It's came back and then retested the highs to take everybody out. Then at that point, when it dropped, that's give you a clear indication that that is your new leg of bank manipulation.
Yeah. So you're saying that wherever it is up there from the high, it's always going to come back down to the 50 first, but it's going to go for the 75.
Yeah, because the banks will always buy at a 75% discount or lower.
Right.
You know, between 75 and 100. Just depends how tight you want to go. But if you have a nice bank move like there, I'd class that as a smart money trap.
But I mean, from where it is up the top, when you know it's going to come back down to the 75, I mean, you can go into sell trades from anywhere up the top there, can't you? Or do you wait until it gets down to about the 50? No, you wait until it gets for more confirmation until it gets down to about the 50, say.
Yeah, I wouldn't look for sells until that had been broken. Until that breaks, I won't look for any sell positions because the market's still in buy structure. So, you see how we're having some large reaction candles now? You could possibly see through the night.
So you're saying that would have to come all the way down to the hundreds?
Yeah, for it to go into sell mode, it's got to break that low structure.
Right. Okay. I just thought, like you said, that it was aiming for 75%, and then that's it, whether it's buy or sell. But
no, what they've done there, they've created all this leg here. They've placed loads of buy orders to make that happen. So all these sell orders now are in massive drawdown. You know, all these orders that they've placed here are in massive drawdown because they've gone buy rather than sell, just to take everybody out. And then they've had to come back to release all them orders that they placed to create that buy momentum.
Yeah. All right. So if it's in buy trend, obviously you wait for it to come all the way back down to the 100.
You know, if you were looking,
wait for it
with your 1%
to break and then go back up again.
That's it. If you were looking for your 1% out of that leg of push, you know, you'd have got your 1%.
Oh, I see. Yeah, so you wait for it to come all the way down to the 100, percent, and then obviously knowing it's going to go back up, but you set your stop loss at the 75.
No, at the 100. You set your entry for the
Oh yeah,
buy.
yeah. Sorry, yeah, it's the entry. Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah,
Yeah,
the
yeah,
entry's
yeah,
there,
yeah.
but the stop loss. Yeah, I'm looking. Yeah,
You know, and every time you have a leg of manipulation, you're 9 times
know,
out of
yeah.
10 gonna get a reaction of 1%.
Yeah, I knew what I meant. I just said it the
Yeah.
opposite way round. Then you know what I mean. It's like
And
when I
yeah,
like when I sent you a screenshot before and I marked it up with them little arrows. And I
yeah.
put the arrows in at the bottom instead of like at my entry, like, you know, I put it at the stop loss sort of thing. Yeah, but
Well, like
or
that
wherever it was, I
today,
put
that
it.
that
Yeah.
went for 7.5% that today. Massive numbers. Right, we've got 5 minutes, so I'll stop share. Well, yeah, nice one for jumping on, boys.
Yeah, nice one. It's been, you know, like I say, I just because I saw
Just
what's his name, the other fella, Wilkie or whatever.
that's him.
All right, okay. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Of course it is. Yeah. Saying
mate.
about, you know, are you going to do a Zoom or whatever? And I thought, oh, you're probably busy or something, and
Yeah.
it probably ain't going to happen again. Because I know you mentioned earlier you was going to do it, but I thought, oh, it ain't going to happen. And I was watching TV and just doing things, and then I looked at the, I don't know, I got a notification or saying, see the link there. And that's what I
Straight
thought,
in.
oh, okay.
Here he is.
But what I'll do, Shane, what I'll do, I'll when I look at my chart, I'll set up the fib thing, like how I think, and then like mark
them
up a
over.
potential like paper trade entry, etc. You know what I mean? And I'll send it you, and then you can just tell me, yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
okay or right, wrong, whatever. You know?
Sound, mate.
Yeah. All right, cool.
Absolute legends. Right, I'm going to cut it off and get it all uploaded
Yeah.
and everything.
Yeah,
Absolutely
all right,
nice one
mate.
for coming on. And we'll get a bit more of a regular basis going so we know what's happening.
Yeah. And we'll be in touch tomorrow at some point as well, no
Yeah,
doubt.
I'm here at the moment. I'm free all this week, so happy days, mate.
Yeah. What you doing about doing another evaluation?
I'm going for
or
it at the end of this
whatever, or
month.
Are you doing another 100K? Or
Yeah.
because that's what you're used to, ain't you?
Yes,
Yeah,
mate.
I mean, I know I could build on it like an extra 10K, 20K or whatever, but I don't want to mess about with silly little numbers and add all
No,
that together. That's why I went for it. I mean, I tried 100K with FTMOs and all that, and it, like, that was a little bit too much for me. But I was even surprised that I managed to blast my way through the 50K. You know, that was manageable.
there you
It's what
go.
I got used to and comfortable with. Yeah.
Just stay useful and comfortable with it, and it'll take you to the moon, mate.
Yeah, I will. I mean, I must say, I will get cold feet a little bit and all that, really, or anything other tradings in the past. But you know what it's like when it's real money. When you know it's real money, man, it's a complete different ball game, different mindset. You know,
Whole different mindset.
But
That's
the evaluation is not much different, really. But
Sam
sorry,
Sam did a really good thing. He set up a small account, haven't you, Sam? So
Yeah, I just put a bit in a account with a broker just to get used to trading real money sort of thing.
So
it does make a big difference even in small amounts.
Yeah, massively. Then you're building on the mindset now of a real money trader, you know. So you're gonna have that. Oh,
yeah.
I'm not gonna take that fucking position. Yes, it does look juicy, it does look nice, but I know in my fucking heart that I don't need to take that position. So you don't, you know. It gives you another.
And I certainly won't be. I mean, I certainly won't be. I mean, like if I lose 1%, I mean, I'm only going to aim for 1% a day. I mean, if I see the potential for 2 or 3%, then yeah, I might go for it with a trailing stop.
Yeah.
But if
Lock
I
it
lose
in.
1%, I'm not going to do what I've done before and go for another like 10 pips at 2%, double it up and all that. rubbish. Just there's no
No,
way
but
I'm gonna.
that's
That was because I was on demo. I'm
yeah,
not
that's the
gonna
whole
gamble like
fun
that.
of demo trading, isn't it?
Yeah, and I mean, if I lose 1%, I might wait for another opportunity later on in the
in the
day. But if I'm
afternoon.
not comfortable with it, then I'll leave it to the next day. Because that way, win or lose 1%, I will not exceed. If I stick to those rules, I will not exceed my daily loss,
Exactly.
and I'll always keep that account. But I wasn't sure, like when you do your evaluation and all that, if you keep losing and they allow you to go down to like 2 or 3 grand loss, or whatever it is. I think that's the same with the live as well, isn't
Yeah.
it? Like they'll only let you go down to so much loss before you haven't got nothing left to play with.
Yeah, it's 12% my forex, isn't it? If you go below 12%, it breaches.
Oh, right, okay. Yeah, I wasn't sure exactly on that. I mean, I've
Yeah,
not looked at all the small print and everything. Yeah, but I don't aim to go. I don't aim to go that low. I mean, if I started lose, I mean, I don't think I'm going to lose consecutive days.
No,
You know.
God no.
So I should be okay. I mean, it'd probably be a little bit of an up and down process, and till I find my feet more with it. But the funny thing is, like, I sent you a messenger.
I think we're gonna
Where
cut
I
off,
didn't
mate.
where I never traded the last few days, I forgot about NFP.
Yeah.
Lucky
Right.
enough, with everything I've had going on, I never thought about NFP, but I never traded, so it doesn't matter. But all right, you're going to cut off, so we'll chat later.
Yeah,
Thank
mate.
you very much, everyone.
Peace out.
Cheers,
Right, guys.
Sam. See you, mate.
Bye.
Bye, mate.